What's up, guys? Sort of enjoying this nice weather, even though it's still a little cool outside. But wanted to hop on here and talk about my project truck for a minute. Kind of give y'all a rundown on it and show it to you. Flip the camera. So it's a 92 Sonoma. It's already V8 swapped. All this is gonna be redone. When I ended up with it, this is what it looked like. Only thing I did was fix the coil in there because they ground through the distributor cap and stuff, and the previous owner didn't have the coil bolted down, so every time it shook or rattled, it would break ground and kill the fire to the truck. But yeah, we gotta redo everything. But overall, it's not in bad shape. It's got a real straight body on it. The interior is not terrible. Got some cracks in the dash. You know, that's typical. The seats are actually in really good shape. All except for that. Yeah. And then, of course, somebody got carried away with the red, but it's not terrible. I'm going to strip the interior out of it and order a new dash pad and a few little things it needs. That's took apart because my brother's S10 was messed up, so we robbed it out of this one for rod run. And then I may end up ordering new door panels. I don't know yet. They're not in terrible shape. Just somebody painted them and they're starting to scratch and flake a little bit. But the body is in really good shape. Like, there's little to no dents. I mean, even the bed is in really good shape. I would say at one time this truck was probably really nice. Gotta replace the bumpers because yeah, they cut that out. And then down the driver's side, there's no dents, no rust that I'm aware of. I'm not really crawled under it, but my brother has, and he said it didn't look terrible. The only thing we're concerned with, there's some Bondo right here. So we don't know how much is in there or how bad, but I don't think it's terrible because the body line, the lip, I mean, it's not even bent or anything. So it can't be terrible. I wouldn't think nothing that can't be fixed. And then that seat's not in the best of shape on this side, but still they're not terrible. They'll do for a pinch. But overall, I mean, the headliner's drooping, but it's not fell down like, you know, they typically do. But the plan, oh yeah, I gotta put new door pins and stuff in it, but you know, it is what it is. So the plan with the truck is to, I was going to cut it up and make a track truck out of it, pro touring truck. It's just too nice for that. Especially when there's other bodies out there that are already gutted and everything else. It don't make sense to cut this truck up, to me anyway. So I think what I'm going to do, I want it, the suspension to be like pro touring style. Maybe do like a IRS front and rear suspension on it, and just little things like that to make it a more comfortable ride. And my plan is, if I can get it done in time, which I know I can get it drivable, I'm probably not gonna have everything done before then, but my goal is to do it in phases. I haven't got to drive this truck since I got it, other than around the block, because it needs front end work. It's got a center links wore out in it and stuff, so it's, you know, got some terrible shake in it once you get up to cruising speeds and stuff. Almost like death wobble. Probably is death wobble if you get it up a little faster, but I've not tried that. But my plan is to get it to where I can drive it around. I'm probably going to go ahead and pull the intake off of it and see if it's got hydraulic lifters or if it's a flat tappet. I'm sure it can do both. I'm just curious what it's in it, because I have pulled the valve covers off and it does have dual springs already in it. Now the truck's straight piped. To me, it don't sound like it's got a cam in it, but at the same time, it may have a mild cam in it that's not really noticeable. But until I get a few other things straightened out on it, I'm not really going to know for sure. And it has some stuff that I need to do anyway to get it where I feel comfortable driving it long distance. But the plan is to get what I can done between now and August or September, I think it is. Vice Grip Garage is thinking about doing an open house for his merch shop, and he's talking about having a car show if he can get enough people committed to come. So I know I can have it drivable and running to where I can take it, and that's my plan. But overall, I want kind of a Pro Touring setup to where it's a comfortable ride, corner's good. Man wants to go play in the mountains and stuff around here. You know, you got a comfortable, safe truck. You know, like I said, I was going to cut it up and put a roll cage and stuff in it and do like track stuff, but now, after seeing what's out there and what I can buy is just a rolling chassis, it don't make sense to cut this truck up. It's just too nice. And there's so many others out there that's already, you know, cut up and stuff that if a man wanted to buy a rolling body and chassis, he could. So I'm just going to get it to where I can drive it. You know, get it out on weekends, go cruise around, because, I don't know, it's getting that time of year. And I'm really tired of not having something to just get out and cruise in, instead of putting miles on my daily. But that's my main project that I have. I'll show you a few more while I'm here. So that's the shop truck. And I don't mind all this stuff. I've been trying to organize and clean up a little bit since it's starting to get nice weather. But this is shop truck. We've had this one for a while. It runs, well, it did run really good, but it's going to need the engine refreshed in it. It's got, if I ain't mistaken, it's like close to 300,000 miles on it. And as far as we know, it's the original engine. And then this is going to be my new daily, but it has a lot of work. I got the engine transmission pulled out of it. It's got to have a clutch, and got to go through, put a timing belt and all that good stuff in it. This one's a customer's truck. It's got to have the brake and clutch pedal assembly rebuilt, new bushings put in it, slave cylinder, and master cylinder. Clutch master cylinder is what we got to get fixed on it. And then, of course, the red Dodge, that's a parts truck / storage. The Ranger was a friend of ours' son's truck. The motor's bad in it, and he's had a hard time finding a good one to go back in it. So it's just been sitting. This is my brother's Suburban. I believe it's I want to say an 86. It's either 85 or 86. It's a 6.2 diesel. Thing runs and drives like a Cadillac, but it also needs a little bit of front end work and stuff done to it. And we really need to go through the engine and putting, you know, new gaskets and stuff on it, because it does have an oil leak and stuff. But that thing is super nice. I'll do another video on it one day when we start messing with it. And then we still got Project Tuxedo, which we do a little bit to it here and there when we can. We're currently waiting on the engine to be built, which the guy that owns it's not in a real big hurry. It's just like a project for him, something for him to, you know, tinker with, play with too. So, but I'm sure he's gonna want to get it done, you know, relatively soon so he can drive and enjoy it. And then we got the blue Tahoe. We're just planning on redoing the engine transmission in this and getting it up and driving. But it's sort of turned into a donor vehicle right now for my brother's Tahoe. He's got another one just like it. But so it is what it is. We'll eventually get it up and running. Don't know when, but it's coming one day. And then, of course, we got this truck here, and that's a friend of ours. And hopefully soon we'll have it up and running again. But yeah, hopefully we'll have this one back up and running pretty soon. Probably gonna need a fuel pump in it. I think the E85 sensor quit reading, and it's in the tank. So hopefully we'll have it back up and running before too long. And then we got a couple in the shot we're working on. But other than that, that's what we got going on right now. Like I said, hopefully I'll have the Sonoma up and drivable in a few months. That way I can buy the parts I need a little at a time and get it built like I want it. But my main goal is to have it dependable enough that I can drive it to that open house if all that pans out and happens. That's the plan. But yeah, that's what we got going on for now, and I don't know, stay tuned for more. We'll see how the build comes.